It's hard to celebrate just one player, Kevin, and of course we're not going to do that. We have two more superstars, two more champions that we're going to recognize here at the North American Star League. And to start it off, we're going to pass it over to Clutch.
Thank you, gentlemen. From around the world, we have enjoyed StarCraft 2 for over 2 years now, and this has been a culmination of Season 4, a culmination for the North American Star League, and we are so excited to have these two finalists here. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching around the world, be it at a barcraft, or from their computers at home, or right here in Long Beach, California, are you ready? Introducing our first player from South Korea, from Team Azubu, Violet. Violet, one of the strongest Zerg players in the world right now. You play second at IPL 5. But right now, how excited are you? How pumped are you to be in the finals and to potentially be the North American Star League Season 4 champion?
I just don't want no more second place. My focus on the champion, so I'm so exciting, I'm so fighting. I tried my best.
Do you have any words for your opponent, Hero?
I just want to say, I will be here at NASL. Cheer for me.
Thank you very much, Violet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the handsome toss himself from Team Liquid, Hero.
All right, so he had a lot to say. I think so do you. What would it mean to you to win the finals? What would be your reaction if you become the champion?
Let's play first, and then you will see.
All right, that's a promise. You know, we're expecting big things then. So what will be your words for your opponent?
I'll be the hero that you deserve.
Oh, yeah. So give it up for Hero.
Hero, if you will please shake hands. Good luck. Have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is esports. Welcome back, Long Beach, can I hear ya?
Couple of these units to save. He's going to pick up with the medevac solo.
Medevacs are all going to be shot down. Here comes Hero.
There's the arc and an excellent sweep of force fields. Hero doing a phenomenal job.
So much Protoss. Great storms going down by Hero. Great storms by Hero. Huge storms doing incredible amounts of damage.
Colossus doesn't die.
The force field goes down. The SCVs are going to be blocked out. Hero meets Pult on the ramp and answers in a big way.
God.
Great great control by DeMuzzle, but Violet is going to swing in from behind. Can these Brainies connect with the Marines? Zergling's getting up on top of the siege tanks. Well, DeMuzzle's entire army is getting crushed.
Well, Violet has the perfect position. I mean, he has the better concave, more infestors with energy.
2-2 for Violet against 1-2 upgrades. Great snipe there by Violet. Right now, Violet is going to dominate in the air battle.
But there's just too
There's
much
so
DPS.
many Mutalisks. Dude, the roach count from Violet is tremendous.
There it is.
GG.
All right, guys. It is time for the North American Star League Season 4 Grand Finals. One match to rule them all.
It's been a long season, Ben, and we have a familiar face in our final. Hero, of course, was the runner-up of Season 2. That's also 1 year ago, Ben. That's also in December. As some people already call him Christmas toss, as he always wins in December.
The holiday toss always wins in December, but first he's got to get past Violet. A very difficult adversary. Violet is a multiple-time champion of StarCraft 2 and one of the most dominating performers throughout the regular season of the North American Star League. He has fantastic Zerg versus Zerg, fantastic Zerg versus Terran, and phenomenal Zerg versus Protoss as well. Violet is not an underdog in this matchup.
No, he's not, Ben. And the last 2 times that these 2 guys met each other, Violet also won. They were even in the same division in the North American Star League Season 4. Violet managed to win that series 2-1, just like he did very recently at IPL, where he also beat Hero 2-1. But there was that one game on Daybreak, which was so close. And Ben, you will never guess what our first map is.
It is, in fact, going to be Daybreak. Violet's opponent is Hero. Now, Hero has lost to Violet a couple times in the recent past, but that was before the most recent changes to the Infestor. And I think those changes are going to have very large impacts on this final best of 7 series. Daybreak is our map, Kevin. I think it's time that we jump into the game.
I think it's time. I'm ready. I'm sure that the guys are ready. And is everyone here ready?
Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Daybreak, the blue Protoss player, Liquid Hero. And in the top right, his opponent, the red Zerg, Azubu Violet.
You know, Ben, what's already funny about this, as we often cast tournaments, and so much lately in competitive play, it's always PvZ. We see a lot of PvZs. Last season as well, at our finals, we had a lot of PvZs throughout the entire event in Canada. This is our first PvZ of the entire event.
But how fitting it is that it is the final PvZ of the season, the final PvZ that you and I will cast together this year.
Yeah,
Kev.
This is the final game that we cast. Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's so
emotional. Hold me tight, Ben.
Roddy, we'll be doing some casting at the Home Story Cup here later in December. I will unfortunately not be attending because, well, I haven't seen my family in a year and I want to go spend Christmas with them.
You have no passion for esports.
But here we are on Daybreak in the North American Star League Season 4 Grand Finals, and we see both players opening very standard. Nexus first, followed by Forge from Hero, and Violet doing the very normal spawning pool into hatchery. Hero with that early probe scout, as has become characteristic of his play.
I can't wait to see, Ben, how the Infested change is going to affect this matchup. This is the first time that we see super high-level PvZ with so much on the line. Of course, the winner of our tournament goes home with $30,000. Second place still gets $15,000. But this is a really big game. And Hero, what is he going to fall back on, Ben? Is it going to be the Colossus now having superior range over the Infestors? Is that going to be his answer, or is he going to find the answer in feedbacks?
We will see. No matter what, both these guys will be winners, but only one will be champion. You like that? That's kind of poetic, right?
Why?
I don't know. I thought it sounded good.
No. I didn't feel it.
Oh, Pylon goes down into third base. Hero's going to try to slow down Violet's attempts at taking that fast third expansion, but a couple of Lings and a drone will shut it down pretty quickly, and we will see a very, very fast 3-base Violet in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm so curious to see as well. We're talking about, of course, the finals backstage, and I was talking a little bit with Pendatank about it, a player from South Africa who's currently here in Southern California.
Yep. The owner of the most believable Roddy pose in the world, I would say.
Yes, I think you can give him that credit. And he said, he thinks as long as Violet is going to be aggressive, let's say around 55 to 60 drones, and put a lot of pressure on Hero while Hero tries to go for a greedy third base, he thinks Violet is going to win this series. I am not sure if we're going to see that Violet just because of the infested chains. Is he really going to switch up his play? Violet has always been a Zerg who loves to be aggressive if he can, and he will always throw it in every now and then. But he has also shown us over the last 6 months that he's perfectly capable of just sitting back on Brutal Infestor and just manage his army really well, don't get caught out of position, and in the end, just win.
Everything we're seeing in the opening moments points towards that standard macro game that we've become so accustomed to on Daybreak. Our Zerg player is still not taking his gases, just committing all of his resources into drones and queens and hatcheries. It's pretty fast robo down from Hero.
Yep, 1 gate robo. Maybe he has a lot of soul as well.
Oh man. Does he have as much soul as our recent
2-time world champion?
Yeah.
Parting was like, it's not enough to be a 1-time world champion. I'm going to do it twice.
And hey, why not? Overlord Scout's not going to see that robo, as Hero's going to start making sentries. We'll see exactly what he chooses to transition to. I do think that typically Hero's a player that prefers to play the macro game, use the Warp Prism to harass. I'd be a little bit surprised if we saw a 2-base play already.
Me too. He's going to take both simulators, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That's not extremely quick, also not late. Researching +1 right now. So far everything looks standard, but might as well be some Warp Prism play out of Hero. He's going to open up with an Observer. Now normally, if they would go for the 2-base play like Parting likes to do it, it's often 3 Immortals, then the Warp Prism, then the Observer. So right now, Ben, it's already a little different.
Yep, that's exactly right. He's right now working off a 4-gate robo. Violet, on the other hand, is just now starting to take his gases, taking 1 gas, or taking double gas in his natural, 1 gas in his main, so going up to 3 gas immediately. This is going to allow him to make a lot of roaches if he feels the need to do so. He has also thrown down that Roach Warren and the Evo Chamber. 1
Overlord is floating in from Violet, but there's not really anything that he can see over here. This Stalker is going to shut it down. He might be able to spot at least one of the... Actually, I think he's going to spot all the gates. So that is quite nice. That's a good scout, but he still does not know about this robotics facility. And in the production tab, Ben, we can see the Warp Prism is going to be the next move for Hero.
Yep, Hero going straight to the Warp Prism. Might be seeing some sort of a sentry drop harass. It's something that was popular for a while and something that we still see on occasion.
Yeah, maybe just try to land a key force field on the main base and then just warp in a lot of units. But this does not have to be an all-in, not by any means. Hero, we saw him do that. Actually, we saw MC do it very recently on Ohana, where he's already warping in the Twilight Council while this is going on. Hero also did this against Stefano on Ohana, I believe at the recent IPL event. So by no means that this have to be a 2-base play.
Roaches and Zerglings in production for Violet. This is a pretty normal time for a Zerg player to start making units just in the event of some kind of Protoss timing attack.
He's going to have to make a lot of units. He's already up to 62 drones, so Violet did an excellent job pumping out as many drones as possible. And now he is going to see these units and the Warp Prism as well, so I'd be surprised if he's going to take a lot of damage right here.
There is going to be another Zealot warp in, a couple of sentries down as well, but oh, those are nice force fields, trapping 4 roaches. Those roaches are definitely going to die. The problem that Hero's... Wow, more great force fields from Hero. Can he lock it off? No, I think he's out of energy on those sentries. He is going to have to fall back. He's going to load up the Stalkers and the sentries and let these Zealots just kind of die.
Got a couple of roaches, but of course nothing major right now. Picked off a pylon there already. He's going to pick off this probe as well. Violet having links on the other side of the map on the right phase of the game. But oh, is he still paying attention to this Warp Prism band? Oh! Oh, force fields. Probably not going to land. 4 roaches are there just in time. Well played by Violet.
Yep, just enough awareness by Violet to have his units in position. These 2 Zealots will finally get cleaned up. Back on Hero's side of the map, we can see that he's gone up to 6-gate Twilight Council with that robo. So he's got the capacity to warp in a lot of units, but he's also just going to go ahead and throw down that 3rd base.
10 minutes and 30 seconds is not that quick though, Ben. Certainly not on Daybreak and certainly not when you open up with a robotics facility. If you open up Phoenix, I'd say that's totally okay. But right now, the Hero's going to have to make something happen with these units and the investment that he made early on. Trying to get the Queen!
Oh, sad little Stalker, and the Queen lives on.
Well, so far Hero lost more resources than Violet, and then taking into consideration that Violet has been outmining Hero for quite a while, this is not a perfect opening for Hero.
Yep, everything's going pretty nicely for Violet thus far. We do see him kind of mobilizing some units out on the map. This
Stalker's on a mission.
Hero really wants to kill this Queen. Like he's like, Dark Word, and it does actually go down. And the Stalker will also get out of there, so nice little special forces mission, I guess.
Violet making 4 more Overlords right now, Ben, and he already has so many Roaches. This is some old school ZVP we're going to see on Daybreak, where we're just going to see the Zerg put on so much pressure on the Protoss. Hero does not have any units in position right now, doesn't have a lot of observers either.
Violet
this is going to be quite hard to deal with. He does have the 3 Immortals.
Oh, those are pretty good force fields. The Roach is very close to the Immortals, though, and one Immortal goes down immediately. Hero's going to have to reposition, and he
nice
does
micro.
so.
Very, very nice micro by Hero so far, but he's going to need more good force fields.
Oh, but he's got him. He's just going to refresh what he has, and I think he should be... Oh, great play by Hero. Kills a lot of Roaches there.
Excellent play by Hero, and that's what he needed as well. This wasn't that easy. I was a little bit surprised, Ben, that Violet sent his entire army to the natural and not split it up 50-50, because that would have been the hard part for Hero.
Yeah, Hero was lucky that he was able to consolidate all of his forces and fight just one battle instead of having to split up and fight two. The after effects are a resources loss tab that now heavily favors the Protoss player.
Hero is actually confident enough to move out. He's once more going to try to cut off a few Roaches. Will succeed in doing so. 4 Roaches do fall.
Yeah, free donation. Very nicely done by Hero once again. Just cutting off units a little by little. Violet, meanwhile, is transitioning right into some very standard-looking Zerg versus Protoss late game. He's getting his Infestation Pit. His Pathogen Glands is already more than halfway done. He can make Infestors now if he wants to.
And what I love as well from Violet, man, despite making so many units, despite being reasonably aggressive, he is still taking that fort base. He's already expanding. And as you said, he is getting ready to transition into a stronger army than just Roaches. Even though Roaches are pretty strong. But
yeah, Roaches are pretty strong indeed. Thermal Lance being researched right now by Hero. He's beginning that Colossus production as well, so we are going to be seeing the pretty typical late game Colossus ball.
Yep. Violet knows that he's playing as Hero. He's already going to try to work on a couple of Spine Crawlers, but most of his units are out of position. He does have a few units here, but if Hero goes for a big warp in...
Oh, and it's exactly what we're going to see.
Nice
couple of Zealots being warped in, but that is a great fungal, catching all of those Zealots. That being said, I don't think there's enough, but at the same time, Hero is going to march out. And he's going to catch a lot of units out on the map. Violet's going to try to focus down a couple of sentries, but that's not going to work either, so great play by Hero.
And those Zealots are still alive as well, Ben. The Queen falls once more, and one Zealot is killing drones. This is going excellent for Hero right now.
Oh, absolutely phenomenal play. Not only is he doing great damage, but he can see that the Hive hasn't started, so he has a huge window to hit with any kind of Gateway Colossus push that he can think of. Templar Archives going down as well for Hero. When does he take the 4th base? I think he could probably get away with it now.
I think so as well. That's why he probably moved out. That's why he went for a forward blink and tried to cut off a couple of units. I do not think that he's in a position yet to push, though, because against 7 Infestors, when you only have 1 Colossus and you do not have Thermal Lance, that's quite risky. You do not want to get over-eager. Yes, Hero just got a couple of really good exchanges, but let's not overdo it.
A lot of extra gateways going down for Hero as he is sort of gearing towards the late game. He does have 400 minerals. Will we see the Nexus go down? Looks like instead he might be thinking of a big warp in his opponent's base.
Poor Ling.
But this time Violet's all over it. He's got a Spore Crawler to repel the Warp Prism, and Roaches, of course, are a good disincentive when it comes to where you want to warp in units.
Warp Prism speed on the way as well. Hero Templar Archives finished up. So first High Templars are on the field. There is no Storm yet, but of course a couple of Archons are always nice. Help out against pretty much everything that Violet has right now.
Violet has 1/1 Zerglings +2 attack is finished for his Roaches, and a small contingent of Corruptors. 9 Corruptors out on the map right now. He's not producing anymore. Hive is going to finish up.
Hero has the money for that Nexus, but I'm kind of curious to see what he's waiting for. I'm still sure that he's going to push out as soon as he has a couple of additional units, and he's going to be close to maxed out, and it's going to be a really scary push. Violet is going to have to be very patient. He's going to really have to rely on his Spine Crawlers. Warp Prism does get shut down by all these Corruptors on the top side of the map. That's well played by Violet. And now Hero knows as well, like, okay, that's a lot of Spine Crawlers.
Yep, nice catch.
Corruptors. If I want to go, I'm probably going to have to go real soon.
Nice catch by Violet, killing the Warp Prism. Hero still sending Zealots around the map. He's going to walk him to the back of the 3rd base, and the Spine Crawler wall doesn't go down that far, so these Zealots will be at least a little bit annoying. This is also going to allow Hero to reposition his army into a very dangerous position. Colossi are going the wrong way, though.
Oh, Hero, are you sure about this?
Corruptors are going to find the Colossi completely exposed. Huge problems for Hero right now. Stalker's going to try to blink underneath. And good force fields do go down, but unfortunately every Colossus is going to fall. Hero might have to rethink this attack.
Wow, that was a terrible engagement for Hero. Everything was going so well for him in the last 2 minutes.
Not again, he's stuck.
Colossus. He really loved the side from up there.
Oh my goodness, Hero has been employing the special Colossi.
More fungals going down right now. Violet, of course, getting beautiful engagement. The final Colossus will fall as well.
Great fungals going down by Violet, doing a lot of damage to these Stalkers. I'm a little bit worried for Hero now as his supply is rapidly falling. 120 supply against 170 of our Zerg player. 160 now. Roaches will push forward and clean up a lot of these Stalkers. Link's coming in from behind as well, and Violet might just end this game right now.
He's getting a lot of Zealots. Hero might be able to stabilize, but he lost everything that he was looking for. When he lost that momentum, he lost to go for that moment, for that 3-base play, and he never went for that 4th base.
And critically, the pre-hive timing has come and gone. 7 Broodlords morphing right now for Violet.
Oh, everything was looking so good for Hero. That looked like such a scary push. +3 was ready. He had the Archons. He had more than enough Colossus. And then just split up his army way too much. Perhaps got overeager, seeing so many units over here, trying to cut the army in half. But instead he forgot about his Colossus, or they got trapped like they often do at Daybreak.
War Prism will return once again to the main base of Violet. There's no units here to defend it. And Hero wants to take out the Greater Spire.
Hero doesn't really have the money right now, but to go for a big offensive weapon, because he's going to have to worry about this army from Violet that's coming in as well. Yes, a lot of Zealots are going to deal an insane amount of damage here, but how is Hero ever going to deal with his army?
I don't think that he has any real answer here, Kevin. The Stalker count is only 7. There's less Stalkers than there are Broodlords right now. Where is the army of Hero?
Does he have one?
He doesn't really have one. He's got a few units in his 3rd base. His natural is completely forfeit. There's nothing he can do.
Pretty much nothing, man. These Zealots did take out the Great Spire, so if he's somehow, some way ever to kill these 7 Broodlords, then he's going to have a good time. But Violet is up 100 supply.
Violet looking just phenomenal so far on Daybreak. I think in general we would say that this is a Zerg map, so Hero might not have been banking on taking this one, but certainly nobody wants to start off a best of 7 series with a loss.
The overly attached Zerglings.
Broodlord's making their way down to the 3rd base now. Violet is really the only thing left for him to do is to clean up what small army Hero has before Hero's got no other choice but really to tap out. Roaches are killing the main base. Lings are cleaning up what's left of the natural, and the Broodlords will ransack the 3rd.
As long as Violet stabilizes on his side of the map, and that's pretty much what he did right now. There is still 1 pylon over here, there's still a War Prism, but Hero is going to be down to 1 mining base. He is going to go for it right now though with that Blink, gets a couple of decent shots off on these Broodlords.
Yep, Blink's right underneath the Broodlords, kills a couple, but unfortunately will be locked down by Fungal, and these Broodlords are going to have no trouble cleaning up the last of Hero's units. Ling's even going to come up for a little bit of extra support, and Azubu's Violet will take game number 1. You know, Kev, that game was going very nicely for Hero. Yep. Everything was kind of clicking together, and he was setting up that pre-Broodlord timing that we always talk about, but he had a couple of derpy Colossi.
That's really the only way we can describe that game. In the start, I was kind of wondering, like, where's Hero going to go with this? Because when you go with that War Prism, like, if you open up with a Robo build and you go for a 3rd base at 10 minutes and 30 seconds, that's really quite late. But Violet attacked with all of his Roaches in one place. There were enough Immortals, enough Sentries, and on that moment, Hero really had some serious momentum going for him. And I really thought that this timing that he was going to hit was going to be very crucial and even brutal for Violet. But yeah, if you forget about 3-4 Colossus, then I don't know, it's pretty hard to make your timings work.
Got to give a big shout out to iBuyPower PCs, the PCs that power the North American Star League, for sponsoring that last map. Also want to send out a very special thank you to all of our subscribers all season long, and of course everybody watching from BarCrafts around the world. There's one in Victoria, Canada that's particularly special to us right now. Huge shout out to you guys. We're going to take a very short break. We will be right back with a lot more Grand Finals action. Game 2, Violet versus Hero, after this.